Hello guys, welcome back to STEM Trainers. So today we are going to do radians. So what is radians, how to apply, how to solve questions based on radians. Now this is there in IB also, this is there in A level pure mathematics also, year 2. Okay, so let's start this. So what is radian first? So angle subtended by an arc of length equal to radius of a circle at the center is known as 1 radian. So let's first understand what a radian is. So basically, if I have a circle and on the circumference of this circle, if I take an arc and the length of the arc is equal to radius. So this arc length is equal to radius, and this is obviously radius and this is radius. Let's say this is the center O. So whatever this angle is subtended here, theta, this angle is known as 1 radian. So this is how radians is defined. So basically you take a circle, you take an arc whose length is equal to radius of that circle, and you can take that arc anywhere on the circumference, it doesn't matter, and then whatever angle that arc is subtending at the center is 1 radian. Now, and we can see that if you take the whole circumference, then the angle subtended at the center will be 2 pi. So 2 pi radians is basically, and we know this angle is nothing but 360 degrees. So we can say pi radians. This C is basically the symbol for radians. But what happens is, in practice, we generally don't write this C, we just write pi. So in most of the question you will see, they will give the angle as simply like this, pi by 2. So it is automatically understood that when there is no symbol written on angle, then it's radians. So that's default. Okay, so pi by 2 radians will be nothing but equal to 90 degree and so on. And we can write so many angles like this. Okay, so that's one thing. So pi radians is 180 degree. Now second is, sometimes what happens is we need to convert radian angle into degrees, or we might have to convert degree angle into radians. So what's the conversions for that? So the conversion becomes, so now we have pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. So from this I can say my 1 radian is equal to, and I'm not writing anything, it automatically means it's a radian. So 1 radian is equal to 180 degree over pi. So this is the value of 1 radian. That is what you have to remember. Okay. So this will help us convert radian angles into degrees. Now, similarly, I can say my 180 degree is pi radians. So my 1 degree is equal to pi over 180 radians. So this second formula is used to find degree angle into radians. So this is the conversion that we can use. For example, let's take one example. So for example, we have to convert let's say 45 degrees to radians. So what we will do is, we know 1 degree is equal to pi over 180 radians. So 45 degree will be 45 into pi over 180 radians. So that will be our answer. So this is how much? Pi by 4. So basically 45 degree is nothing but pi by 4 radians. And let's try converting some radian angle into, so let's convert 3 pi by 2 into degrees. So we know that 1 radian is 180 degree by pi. So 3 pi by 2 radians means 3 pi by 2 times 180 degree by pi. So pi will cancel. This will be 120 degree. Sorry, this will be 270 degrees. So we just have to remember this conversions. 180 by pi or pi by 180. Just remember, whenever you have to convert into radians, so pi will come on the top, and whenever you are converting into degrees, 180 degree will come on top. So this helps you in converting the degrees into radians and radians into degree faster. Okay, so next thing. Now, length of an arc of a circle. So as you can see, we have a circle. We have an arc of length L. So let's take this point as AB. So we have an arc AB, given arc AB of length L. Radius of circle is R, and the angle subtended by this arc at the center O is given as theta. So we have to find the relation between L, R and theta. So the relation is L is equal to R into theta. So length of arc is equal to R theta. We have to remember it like this. And the important thing is theta is in radians. So sometimes they can give you angle in degrees also. So first convert degree angle into radians and then use this formula for finding length of arc. So length of arc AB is R into theta, where theta is in radians. Now I can give you the formula in degree also if you want. The formula in degree will become theta over 360 into 2 pi r. So you can use this formula also, and in this formula our theta is in degrees. Both are same. So you just have to learn one formula, and if you want you can learn both also, and it will help you, because in sometimes the angle will be in degrees. So you can just directly apply this, or you can first convert degrees into radian, then apply L equal to R theta. So whichever you like. Okay. Next is area of sector. So same question. So we have OAB. We have an arc AB that is subtending an angle theta at the center. Radius of the circle is R and center is O. So now we have this, what we call is sector. So AOB, you can see the shaded part, that is known as a sector. So now we need to find what's the area of this sector. So area is nothing but half R square into theta. Again, theta here is in radians. That's the important part that we have to remember. So again, if theta is given in degrees, you can convert into radians first and then apply this. Or if you want, I can give you the formula in degrees also. If you want to use the formula in degrees, then the formula is theta over 360 degrees multiply by pi r square. And here theta is in degrees. So you can remember this also, and you know the drill. Okay. So next thing is, okay. So this is area of sector. So now we are going to discuss in the first lecture is how to convert radians into degrees, what is a radian, what is length of arc, how to find area of sector. So let's try one question on this. So this is the question here. So we have PQRS in the shape of a sector of a circle, okay, and with center Qs. Okay, so Q is our center of the circle, okay, and the radius of the circle is 6 centimeter, as we can see PQPR, okay, and PR is given as 6 root 3. Okay, this length PR is given as 6 root 3. Okay, now we can see basically this is something like part of a circle. So this is actually part of a circle, something like this. Okay, so show that area of triangle area of PQRS, that is the sector. Okay, so area of sector PQRS is 12 pi meter square. Okay, so that is a part R. So let's try this. You can pause this video and try this question yourself also. Okay, so for area of sector is half R square theta. Now R I already know that is 6, but I don't have theta. That is angle subtended by the arc at the center. Center is Q. So basically this angle theta I don't have. So first I need to find this. Okay. So how can we find this? Now to find this, there are two ways. First way is, okay, let's try both the ways. So first way is, let me draw this diagram separately. This is PR. This is PQ. Okay, so this is my Q, this is P, this is R. So one thing is, if I drop a perpendicular from Q to PR, so this is 6 root 3, then obviously let's call this point as M. Okay, so this will be 3 root 3 and this will be 3 root 3. Because we have learned this in year 9 and 10, that if you drop a perpendicular from center to a chord, because PR is a chord, then it bisects it. So basically it will divide into two equal parts. So 3 root 3 and 3 root 3. And this length is 6. So, and I can find this angle alpha using trigonometry. So I can say my sine alpha in the triangle PMQ is opposite, that is 3 root 3 divided by hypotenuse, that is 6. So which will come out to be root 3 by 2. And if you know this, it's okay. Otherwise, you can use your calculator to find alpha. Alpha will be equal to pi by 3 or 60 degrees. Now, if alpha is pi by 3, then obviously this is also alpha. So the angle theta is nothing but 2 times alpha. So it will come out to be 2 pi by 3. So that's one way. So basically we are using trigonometry in this, that is what is sine alpha. Now what else you can do? So I am not solving that, but I will give you the hint. What else you can do to find this angle Q is, in triangle PQR, we know all the lengths. PQ is 6, QR is 6, PR is 6 root 3. So you can use the cosine rule. That's a use of cosine rule, right? To find the angles. So you can find all the angles if sides are given. So you can use cos of Q equal to 6 square plus 6 square minus 6 root 3 whole square divided by 2 times 6 into 6. That is cos Q value. So you can use cosine rule also to find directly Q. Okay, so that's one thing. So now we have the angle. Now if you have the angle, the area of sector will be area of sector P, what's that? PQRS. Okay, so area of sector PQRS will be nothing but half r square theta. Theta is in radians. So half 6 square into 2 pi r. And this is 36 by 72 by 6, that is 12. So 12 pi meter square. And I think this is what we have to prove. Okay, done. So area of sector PQRS is 12 pi meter square. B part now. What are they asking? Perimeter of PQRS. Okay, perimeter. Now, some students forget this. They are asking for perimeter now. They are not asking for length of arc. Okay, so just be careful in this. So perimeter means PQRS. So we need PQ plus QR plus, this is PQ, that's QR, then arc RP. So this is our perimeter. Okay, so just be careful in this. So basically we need this length plus this arc length. Okay, so we know these two are radius, so we need to find length of arc. Okay, so let's quickly find this RP, length of arc. So it's just a symbol of this R to P and it's an arc. Okay, so length of arc RP is R theta. R is 6, theta is 2 pi by 3. So this is nothing but 4 pi. Okay, so my final answer is perimeter is equal to 6 plus 6 plus 4 pi. and this will come out to be 24.6 meters up to 1 decimal point. Okay, so that's our perimeter. Now let's try the third part. What are they asking in third part? They are asking for area of triangle PQR. Okay, so this is triangle PQR. This is 6, this is 6. Okay, so we have learned this in previous videos in trigonometry. How to find area of triangle is half AB sine C. So basically, area of triangle is half product of two sides into sine of the angle between them. Sine of the angle between these two. So what's the angle? 2 pi by 3. So half into 6 into 6 into sine of 2 pi by 3. And sine 120 is equal to sine 60, that is root 3 over 2. So you can use your calculator. So it will come out to be 9 root 3 meter square. And further, if you want to find this in up to 2 decimal point, then it will come out to be 15.59 meter square. So this is my area of triangle PQR. Okay, last part. What are they asking? Area of shaded region. Okay. So area of shaded region is nothing but area of sector PQRS minus area of triangle PQR. So that will give us the shaded region. Okay. So that will be area of shaded region is equal to area of sector. Area of sector, that is the first part, 12 pi minus area of triangle that we just found, 9 root 3, and this will give us 22.1 meter square. So that is our answer. So this is what questions will look like. So they can ask areas of triangles, of sectors, and they can ask perimeter of sector, they can ask length of arc, they can ask for area of triangles, then they might give some shaded areas. So that will be combination of the previous areas, whether positive, plus or negative. That depends on the question. Okay, so that's it for this lecture. Thanks for watching.